Go. Here we go. It's beginning.
Get him on a Skyblock server and watch him turn the one lava block to obsidian.
Nah, just play a Destiny 2 raid with him.
Yeah,
What's
him
up,
and
little
Ruben.
buddies?
Hey, handsome.
Hey, Maddie.
Pookie Bear.
We didn't say nothing.
You will be annihilated from this timeline.
Hi, sugar tits.
Stop breaking my damn weapons.
Bring back the nails, please.
Hold on, guys. I forgot to tell you my great Scarlet King impression. Hey, it's me, the Scarlet King.
What?
That's pretty good.
I'm killing you.
That's pretty good. Can you show me your Singunias? Singunia?
Oh, I got you. Hey, I'm Sanguinius.
Dude, it's him. It's him.
Hey.
Whoa!
I haven't heard his voice in
Perfect.
so long.
I
Can
didn't
you
know
do a
we had a
Medicus as well?
We have a chameleon here.
Oh, Medicus? All right, hold on. This one's gonna take a bit of work. Hold on. Hey, it's me, I'm Medicus.
Oh, no, it's incredible.
Whoa. There's two of them. That's crazy.
You can retire now, Medi.
Yeah.
Next November won't come fast enough.
That'd be the best fucking April Fools. That'd be the best April Fools in the world if just fucking start a stream and it's just Ruben.
It's only Ruben.
Just gives him full reign of that specific campaign.
It's me, Medicus. Today, everyone's got to play the campaign with no pants on. That's what's happening. It's the only way. No girls allowed.
Last we left our trippy adventurers.
It's a boys' night.
Yeah.
Can you do a feminine medi for when it's girls' night?
oh, feminine Betty. That would be hard. I bet he
That's
could
just that's just him.
You tell me it's him if he shaved.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Hold
My
on.
Fugi. Also, we're
Have
Spectre.
you guys? Hold on.
He just died.
Real shit. Have you guys
Kinda
seen
restart his thing.
the original female M?
I have.
I know
No,
you
no,
have. Is anyone else?
You know, it was before female M, Femboy M. When he fucked up drawing him and he came out zesty. That was my favorite version of M.
There's a female M out there. I gotta forget it.
Wait, Leland, do you remember Femboy M?
Yeah, I drew Femboy M. The fuck?
He drew femboy M and then he drew female M right after. Top tier. High quality
like
content.
Femboy M more. I thought that was beautiful.
I will destroy you all. Are you ready for a recap?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the fanboy
What if I
voice.
say no?
Oh yeah.
Last, we left off our lines, Fallstar, down in the entranceway to Site Omega 13. Lions, as they held the line, and many of their number fell, seemingly finding themselves in a losing fight, saw as a portal was open, as walking through was many of the major forces of both ally and enemy over the last many decades. As it seemed like the fallen lions had brokered some sort of deal in the afterlife and had returned with help. As Grant donned shield, Vicky saw this, realizing that maybe against the lions they had a chance, but against princes of the Scarlet King, Katsu, Sanguinius himself, and his archangels, along with the lions, they were most likely going to die. And as the last fading darkness of the child of the stars, Abraxas, bore witness to this, utilizing the last of his connection to the area, killed both Vicky and Grant, so that he may place them elsewhere, a place of most inconvenience. And so, finally finding themselves within a bit of a brokered deal, as every faction does not want some unearned third party to come in during the middle portion of the third act of the story and win. So, temporary truce was called between all factions, like it was on Vigila, that they may unite their forces and retake the Spire of Fallstar and stop Abraxas from entering the Forest of White Trees. And as a meeting place within the city of Ravenloft was decided upon, our number of lions quickly attempted to find a way there. As they made their way down into the escutcheon, past all the ruined battle lines that these archangels of Sanguinius were tearing across the fortress, they came across what seemed to be a prototype Skyhawk in one of the hangars, one of the only ones left. As they entered within, plugging in the cords and escaping the flying city of New Pisswater, making their way as far away as possible from combat that was ensuing near the coastline cities of the Pantheon, making their way to what seemed to be plain wilderness. As they plugged in the coordinates and teleported to the world once known as Toril, shattered and ruined from some sort of unknown calamity. And as they made their way, quickly finding a hailing ping tracing their ship, as guards of the Empire of Erebus, the empire that Grant Dawnshield leads, some were based out of here as well, as they attempted to engage the party in combat before the party themselves was able to escape, utilizing various tactics to get the scent off their trail. As they made their way down, with the assistance of the city of Ravenloft, landing within the city itself and making their way towards the throne room, encountering a great deal of the forces here, seeing Spectre, Vulcan, Alexia, as they debriefed about what they had just experienced, and that this city was to be host to the greatest meeting to ever occur within the Forest of White Trees. The possibility that for the first time since the dawn of creation, that every portion of the nature that runs through Forest of White Trees would unite as one against a greater threat. And as it was decided, and as they were briefed, peering through a portal into the throne room was the usurper, holding the sword of Damocles. Now, as we find our party in the throne room, what are we doing?
Is Gilfy there?
No.
Oh, I wanted to play dragon chess. What's the room
We
look
know
like?
if the
Is it like
others
a-
made it yet, like Vulcan, Alexia.
Oh, true. Well,
They're all
Alexia's
here.
here.
Oh, okay. So we all met up again. Okay, got it.
The whole gang's back together.
The whole gang is back together.
What's the throne room look like? There are giant tables, some several dozen chairs, or
It looks like
Oh.
as is on screen.
you know,
Yep.
that's my bad. I had Discord open instead.
about to say, you of all people should know what the throne room of the Fortress of Memories should look like.
Hey, listen. You dare challenge my goldfish memory? You of all people should know this.
Hey, he's got a point though.
But Reiko will go towards one of the couches and plop a little squat, throw one leg over the other, cross-legged.
Yeah, nothing more to do except wait for the entourage.
You guys want to play cards?
We got is there a table before?
Is there still just absolutely gorgeous people by the throne?
Oh my god.
Listen.
Yeah, like Pizzoli and yeah, they should
I
all be
remember
there.
Gwen. I remember Gwen.
Gwen, yeah.
Well,
She's
good
still
thing
by the
there's-
door.
Good thing there's so many of them, because that means I can shoot my shot 7 times.
Please don't make a fool of yourself.
No, he's alright, I'm either going to have company tonight, or I'm going to cry myself to sleep in a drunken stupor. Excuse me. I don't know who's where. Who do I try first? Well,
Probably got the best
Well,
bet with
I'll
was
say
Mist.
at least one of them is occupied. The one they refer to as Pizzoli. He seems to be having a little discussion with Pagliacci, kind of a little bit away.
Gotta join in, because my boy's there. What time is it? Yeah.
And as you
we-
approach, you see, you kind of get like this weird, almost a surprised look on the face of Pizzoli as he sees you approach, as if it's something he had not expected or anticipated.
Yeah, good evening. My, what's it, Fizz slowly.
You can just call me Zoli.
Zoli it is. Yes, I see you're talking to my good friend Pagliacci. He's a great company he is. Don't looking in. Yeah, how do I word that? Yeah, he's my friend.
Oh, this is good. Pizzoli has always seen Pagliacci to have much problems making friends.
Oh, no,
It's
I
good to
didn't
see
say
this
that.
has changed.
No, it didn't change. I think that's quite accurate, if you would say.
Pagliacci just nodding sagely in agreement.
He's definitely a good friend. Hey, what are the people's names here, Fizzle?
Well, this is Mist, as he gestures to the woman dressed in the light red dress. It kind of drapes around her, and she has this large staff in hand. Not too far from her, as his hand kind of sweeps over, is another young lady. This is Ananta. She is from the world of Lila.
Yes. Fast track a little bit. Which one owns the whorehouse?
That would be our illustrious Queen of Ravens, he says with a little bit of a bow of the head, a little smirk on his face as he gestures a sweeping hand towards the woman seated upon the throne.
All right, first try. Here we go. Talk to you later. He's just gonna wave and start moonwalking that direction.
Oh my god.
I bet you.
Your
I bet you he's
friend
gonna
is
fall.
probably going to die, isn't he?
Make him roll to
I
moonwalk.
hope not.
Does he have to roll to perfect the moonwalk?
Yeah, I
You
would
can
love
roll
to. I would love to
performance.
roll. I would love to. 'Cause
Performance roll that shit.
I think it would be so funny to fuck up right now. I would love it.
Is there any like rubble on the floor? I can kick under his feet.
I would say there's no rubble.
Yeah, this
Oh.
room is immaculately maintained.
Was that an okay moonwalk?
Moonwalk is usually like a DC 45. Michael Jackson had that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of
Very
just like
poorly.
make the really loud squeaking noise. That's the
Not
first
the
thing that happens. The squeak, squeak, and then like your foot kind of like the shoe kind of gets a portion of its like incline on the back near the heel, caught on like an engraving of some sort. As you kind of trip, fall on your ass, and slam your the back of your head onto the ground.
Can I do the spin? Can I get up very slowly, holding on to next to me, and try to do the spin?
Congrats, Dan.
As you attempt to do the spin, I'm gonna need an acrobatics check.
Oh, I rolled performance. Let me do acrobatics. Hold on. Rolled the wrong one. Rolled the wrong one. Here we go. One second.
As you attempt to do the spin from this position on the floor with your head slammed, you low-key feel like for like the first few seconds you've concussed yourself as you do the spin, and you will watch as he gets up and he's like kind of like on that outer edge, around like I would say around here. And as he does do that spin, he kind of spins his head into the pillar. As you spin your head into the pillar, you kind of fall back onto the torch behind you. And the torch behind you kind of falls backwards as well. And as you watch the curtain kind of catch on fire.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Is everyone looking at him?
Hit it with the
What the
milkshake.
fuck just happened to him?
I'm just too hot. to
Watching
handle.
this,
Too hot.
Pagliacci,
I think you're ringing, Stan.
Is it what?
Pagliacci just kind of shakes his head. Pizzoli, disappointed look on his face, reaches for it. You see the flames kind of intensify briefly with a quick flash of heat, turn black, and then fade.
Well, I'm too hot to
There you
handle.
go.
It's alright. Only every single person I was trying to woo saw that. Easy
Stan, why do
comeback.
it sound like you're ringing?
I have to go back to the drawing board, and I will return. He's just gonna crouch behind one of those like couch-looking figure things.
It's just gonna go hide behind the couch and recoup.
All I can imagine is like his skeleton is just constantly ringing from all that hits that he just took. So all you can hear is just like a little faint ringing in the background.
I'm imagining him crouch, counting on his fingers onto like, what's the next game plan? Okay, I could do it like this. This kind of opening. Maybe this one.
Test.
Does anyone else want to do anything?
Anyone else want to set the other curtains on fire?
You know, I look kind of want to know, does the usurper look like a man of chess?
Is he just
Does he
standing
wanna
there
play
awkwardly
cards?
thinking he was
No,
gonna
he's
be
sitting in one
greeted
of the
when he walked
chairs.
through?
He's sitting. He went to
Okay.
sit right in one of the chairs, and he's kind of sitting like legs crossed, sword across like his lap, as he's kind of reading what seems to be a journal of some sort.
Wow.
Rico's gonna walk up next to him, pull the chair out.
I'm actually going to go over on this
Nice.
one. This one sounds interesting.
What'd you say, Rico?
You a man of games?
Depends on the type of game.
What's your fancy?
Kind of reaches into what seems to be like a bag of holding, and as he kind of rummages through it for a second, kind of, what's your perception? What's your like
Passive or?
No, you can make an active perception because you're actively watching and listening.
Okay.
As you kind of listen, you hear like what can only be described as like both the screams of the damned, a couple eldritch voices with overlapping like pitches to them. What is it? 50. You have triple advantage or double advantage or whatever.
Cool.
Kind of listen to one of the pitch tones of the eldritch voices, and it's screaming to be free from this eternal purgatory or something along those lines.
You got a prison down there?
As kind of looks over at you as he digs through. Technically, yes.
Oh no shit. Who you got down there?
And the regicide's prison planet of the pit.
You have an entire planet in a bag of holding?
Yes.
Damn, so I should be pretty fucking jealous.
Several.
Of course I should have known there was more than one. So he continues to walk to see what he pulls out.
As
I just
he
like
finally
drop
finds it,
my finger cards.
and as he pulls out, it seems to be this silver disc. As he places it on the table, pulling the table between you two. As the disc lands, it kind of unfolds outwards to envelop the entirety of the table. Very reminiscent of some sort of like nanite. As projections on all the sides of the table, like a projector, comes out to show a holographic display across the entire table. As you look at it, seems the title of the game is The Game of Champions.
Oh.
As kind of look at it, you can roll a history check as planets start to populate all across the entire board. You would know from your studies and just general experience in the Pantheon over the years. Game of Champions was something that was taught about in schools and stuff back in the days before the fall. The two remaining gods of the Pantheon, Ellis and Perwin, used to play this game to decide who would take the other's power. It was a way for borderline overgods to decide who wins or loses without destroying the planet. As the board completely unfolds, and it's a real-life rendering of the entire forest of white trees as it was way before the Scarlet King came to power, way before Sanguinius killed Father Creation, as it was when it was first made. as kind of look at it, and as he taps one of the displays, zooming in on a tree, then zooming in on a branch, then zooming in on a portion of that branch, and down into the universe, all the way down to what seems to be like the individual planet, and then clicking on the tapping on the planet, and the planet shows the various continents on a flat map across the entire thing. As it seems to be a board game that simulates a war for the forest of white trees. As on your side, it populates different points like worship, influence, fate, and ruin. As he begins to tell you the rules about how you each pick between 7 and 12 world nodes or regions of the forest. You have to put on each node a site and a seed for a faction. He starts getting really in depth with it. Each world's gonna have 2 champions, 1 minor relic, 3 edicts. He continues
Can I like pull out a notepad and like write this down?
That turn structure is based off omens, orders, conflicts, consequences, sway, and upkeep. And the win conditions are if you ascend to Father Creation's level, if you're able to checkmate the enemy by pretty much boxing them in the forest, or if a overarching catastrophe triggers. As he's explaining this, the rest of you who are outside the like not sitting down near the table, watch as the table begins to leak threads of the weave. These golden threads kind of like appearing in a spatial bubble around both of these players of the game. And some of you would recognize that as chronomancy.
As the usurper is explaining, Rico looks actually very interested on it. Puts a finger to his chin, kind of nods along, watching the board, what he's doing with it.
I'm writing this down on a notepad. I'm trying to figure this out. A lot of stuff to remember.
As Rico, you're not really noticing the threads of the weave kind of envelop the area around you. As it shows other projections you can show on the screen on your turn. There's a thing called the Orrery of Threads, which pretty much shows the veins and flow of the weave throughout the forest. Prismatic colors to show the in-game rivals and various tertiary factions. You can scroll through the entire populace of a planet or a tree, sort it by attributes, and pick a champion. There's a fog of war that one side can see through and the other one can't. There's nodes that depict which tree has what amount of time dilation based off the standard average. Event overlays, haptic sounds are coming off of this table. As he begins to explain what the turn order is like, once again, as you're scrolling through these, and as you kind of pick up and understand how many aspects you have to think about at a single point, you have to worry about one world on the other side of the forest falling while upkeeping another tree, while upkeeping 3 other trees, while preparing 4 other ones for war, while taking another tree. As you kind of sit there, roll an intelligence check.
Intelligence? Oh, that's literally my worst stat. Oh no.
While they do this, Chicago's just gonna step up and watch over Rico's shoulder. Does anything happen with when I step closer to the weave, or no? They kind of
I'd
just
like to
let
give
them
him a
flow?
boost to that skill with Flash of Genius.
All right.
You get
As
a
you-
plus 56 to that roll.
Plus 56, damn.
Say, I'm
Damn.
kind of curious. What if I just nat 20 it? Like,
You would
what if I
follow-
just?
Stamina?
You would comprehend the rules.
I would like to comprehend the rules.
You think you kind of have a handle on it. At least everything that's been explained.
Kind of wild.
And there seems to be a stack of, like, events that can happen at the table. Spanning from things of the most outrageous type, like the forest just imploding on itself, or the dark below imploding on itself for no particular known reason, to things that are uncannily like a Braxis entering within the forest. As you begin to understand how the game works. And Mikage, as you kind of approach closer, you freely are able to enter this bubble that's been formed around them. As the bubble reaches its full conclusion, and you watch as the two begin to play. But for you all, they're moving at lightning speed. As you watch turn after turn last less than a nanosecond. As they look like just hazes of the primary colors of their designs as they play back and forth. For Reiko, you, and everyone else in the bubble, it's going at normal speed. Reiko, your first turn's a little longer because you're trying to figure it out and get the flow of the turns. As slowly you're getting a hang for it around turn 15. As you continue back and forth for what seems like several hours outside of this bubble of chronomancy, you see everything else moving in slow motion. As you go back and forth, eventually, after seems like a fucking eternity of just playing this game, but being so consumed by the micromanagement, by the various things you have to keep track of in your mind, that your sense of time is substituted out for your sense of conquest or sense of, control, as you try and mentally juggle a trillion different things in your head. And as you play the first game, taking you more than 24 hours, and then the next, and the next, something is like maddeningly addicting about this. Almost as if you've been hit with the highest level of euphoria. Your endorphins are going off. As you play this game, you lose track of time completely. But every single match you play, regardless of how far ahead or behind you were, one of those unknowable events always ends with the forest either being conquered by a third party or being destroyed. And over the course of these days and weeks inside of this bubble, as you're playing game after game after game, neither you or the usurper win a single game.
No, that's crazy.
I'm getting like mad like Doctor Strange. There's one timeline.
I'm sure he's like fixated on it. Does Shikage notice everything around him is moving slower?
Yep.
Oh.
What if like they did the opposite though of what they were doing? That's the real question.
As near the last game, you begin to pick up on something about this game. That regardless if you you send your champions to become the greatest gods, eldritch abominations, warriors of mortals, or attempt to ascend them to Father Creation's level. It's always something out of your control that leads to the ultimate fate of the forest. Some sort of fate you can't break. As if the game, regardless of who you are in the forest and what you believe in yourself to be, is always going to be rigged against you and everyone else who thinks they can rise higher.
Gonna turn to the usurper. You've never won a game, have you? Starting to think it's impossible.
I have played several million iterations of this game, with thousands and thousands of the best commanders and generals and gods across the forest. And regardless of how smart or wise or strategic they are, nobody has ever won.
He pauses for a moment, takes a deep breath before releasing it in a heavy sigh. There's gotta be a way, come on. Nobody's won, ever? There's gotta be something we're missing.
Every single one was bound to the same fate. A fate they couldn't control.
Tell me, do you think this correlates to what we're doing now?
It is the most in-depth and advanced simulation possible of the forest. Of every possible timeline.
But do you truly believe there's no chance of us winning?
That presses the side of the circle in the middle as the nanotech kind of folds back into the disc. I never said that. I said that people have only ever lost because they were bound by their fate.
And that's what makes the key to it all, isn't it? Archetypes, paracausality. It all comes full circle.
It's the one thing that this game can't simulate.
Well, I better find it in real life than in a damn game.
Do you forget we already have some?
Yes. Whether or not they are able to build a fate that leads to a desirable outcome, that's more unknowable than Abraxas.
Where are they now, anyways? Those who've broken their archetype.
Scattered across the most dangerous fields of this war. Facing the impossible. With minimal chance of surviving it. Those that do, are going to be our best option to win the game.
And he chuckles for a moment. Then so be it. At least it'll be fun.
As Usurper kind of places the disc back into that bag of holding. As he looks around, not spying anyone of the Scarlet King or Sanguinius' number. There is one point of conversation we must have before the guests arrive. As it's the same conversation I would assume they're having as we speak. What to do after Abraxas falls. Or is at least banished from this forest.
Isn't it kind of obvious? They're gonna go for you.
That is correct. This sword is the only thing that stands between them and victory.
What do you feel about being bait?
Wow, just getting right out there. Okay, Allium, I see you.
Bait is a strange term, but I somewhat understand the idea. How do you feel about holding off every single prince, every single remaining archangel, Sanguinius, and the Scarlet King at the same time?
We must do what must be
Jackson.
done.
That was already
Well,
our plan.
my friend, it sounds good on paper, rest assured, but I can tell you from first-hand experience, it's far more difficult than you might be led to believe.
The honest truth
But
is,
Yeah, we need to.
even if I had the Sword of Damocles and assisted you at the same time, that battle would last less than 6 seconds.
And that's why we're not going to kill them. We're going to make them kill each other.
But again, this sword is what could kill either of them first. Hence, it would be the biggest target.
And
That's why we
again,
have-
from first-hand experience, having fought a campaign upon Vigilo for several months now, killing one another is probably one of their more far removed ideas currently. That's something you save for once you've secured the path forward. Namely, that, as he gestures to the sword. We need a solid, conducive plan, something we can execute once the time is right. If we wait until it's too late, it's very likely we won't get the chance a second time. All it would take is a concerted assault from all of them all at once. And like the usurper said, we would last maybe a moment. That's being generous. Having a powerful weapon stands no purpose if you die before you can pull the trigger. We need a way to secure our survival once Abraxas is removed from the playing field. At first consideration, something distractionary would be the most potent, but something of that accord would require a great deal of effort and even more so potency to pull the wool over the eyes of the children of creation. Otherwise, it is a parlor trick that will fail to entertain. They aren't like dealing with one another, striking down someone on a battlefield. They can wrench the very fabric of who you are from you with a willful thought. This will require creativity and resourcefulness, not brute strength. So, I believe that makes one option on the table. Perhaps something we can shelve for the time being. No noble last hurrahs into the sunset on our final days. I'd very much like all of this to be for something. Perhaps that's just me.
What are you thinking, then?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind would be a fabrication. Perhaps multiple. Something to, most immediately, sow confusion, discord, and uncertainty as to the next step forward. If they are not certain as to where the sword of Damocles lies, this complicates their plans. They will be forced to make a more direct approach, and in doing so, that might open them to vulnerabilities. Alternatively, there is forging alliances. It certainly wouldn't be the first. There are some of them that I would imagine desire the continued existence of the forest, would hope or see that the sword not end up in the hands of less desirables amidst their number. That could be a vector approach, potentially. I've had past dealings with the Blue Kings that have been amiable. Though I'm not sure how you feel about that, he says as he looks to the usurper.
The only reason that the Forest of White Trees has lasted that it continues to work is because of the fact that these children of creation exist. To slay any of them would be to remove the very concept of what they represent from existence. As I understand it, both Sanguinius and the Scarlet King's long-term plan is to either kill them, hence if the Scarlet King kills them, bring about the unraveling of all things, or in Sanguinius's case, kill them to absorb their power. In both cases, the forest as we know it will crumble. But to keep them as they are, to find a suitable solution for passing on the torch of the Scarlet King to someone less nihilistic would be the only possible course of action forward.
Why would you even choose a single soul to carry such a burden?
That is a question that nobody has the answer to. But if we don't
Let me
find
get this straight.
someone who most likely will be the person who strikes down the Scarlet King, then reality as we know it will unravel.
So
Scarlet King
someone
knows
needs
this.
to become the next Scarlet King.
It must be a blue
Technicality,
king.
yes.
A blue king to take a red.
That is the way of it. You not understand their purpose, what they do. I'm surprised to think a lion would be unaware of this.
Listen, I've been far away for a very long time. Honestly, I thought I retired, and yet here I am.
You can retire when you're dead.
Yeah, found that out the
But
whole
to
day.
make a long story shorter, I learned some time ago from our mutual friend here that in order to slay the Scarlet King, it must be done by the hand of a Blue King. And in doing so, they take the seat. They become the king. There's a good deal of reason why many of us have failed despite our countless attempts to strike a meaningful blow against the king. It can't be done by the likes of us. So if that's the case, then we need to start surveying our ranks, finding possible candidates, and screening to see who might be one of the greatest potentials. We can't afford to be liberal or careless in our choice. It must be someone right.
That is where we run into our second issue. Most, if not all, of the Blue Kings are dead.
Blended.
either by Abraxas's moves, due to his access to a grimoire he retained, with the actions of the Ten Commandments, he was able to, on his end, manually change people's archetypes. Or they were slain by the Scarlet King in combat. In either case, with the fact that no more Blue Kings can possibly be made across the forest, it would have to be someone with an unbound archetype. Somebody with the archetype of Overture.
Do they know this?
They do not. Nobody knows that an Overture can substitute out for a Blue King but me. I have almost seen it a handful of times myself. Many times in Overture, on the final days of the forest, during the final battle against the Scarlet King. It's close, but not close enough to slay him. And every single time, they have fallen.
So we ensure that this is the time they succeed.
No one ever said it was going to be easy.
I know, sounds pretty easy to me. Just succeed. There you go. Don't put any
That's
details
the
behind
spirit.
it.
You know what? I like that. We'll go with that.
This is the only time in every iteration of the forest there has been an Abraxas. Being like the father creation of paracausal energy that has led to this specific set of moments to occur. This is the one possible flow of time that could possibly lead to victory for the forest.
Well, if we ever need a boost of confidence, then there you go. Good to know.
No, it is. We know that this is the chance. This could be the one, and we merely need not fail.
You know, that still
Whatever the
leaves us with our
cost.
big problem. We have two different enemies coming at us. One we might be able to handle, but both of them together?
I assume you're referring to Sanguinius?
I am.
Well, the answer's simple, boys. You go kick his ass.
Now you're speaking my language.
You're saying we can finally kill him?
Assuming you get the
When
world
Perhaps not. Perhaps so.
If the wolves are successful in bringing back the remaining fragments of that world seed, we will have a completed world seed. At which point, while Sanguinius is distracted with Abraxas, he will have the opportunity to utilize it. And without his powers, like how he was when he first fell into Abraxas's forest, the fight will be even. Whether or not you're still able to overcome the odds of facing Sanguinius, that something that none of us can control. But should you be able to, and should our casting out of Abraxas be successful, without their leader, the Ditorum Vindicta will choose to live over die. And it will be at that point we will have the Scarlet King by himself in a corner. The thin line of those who want to live and those who want to die, fighting on opposite ends.
And the rest becomes easy. We merely help them with what they so deeply desire.
And Usurper, where will you be during this?
He thinks about that question for a moment. I will be unable to assist you with Sanguinius. That is a fight you must finish yourselves.
I want to say I'd be quite offended if there's anyone but us. I feel like we've earned it.
We will kill him ourselves.
I myself will not be in the dark below, assisting with the slaying of the Scarlet King either. There is a predetermined task I must complete before then. Just in case all should fail.
Silas kind of casting a bombastic side eye at that.
And what may this contingency be?
Well, every single other time you all tried, you all failed. It's basic instinct at this point for each of the versions of me to pass on the torch to the next, so that the cycle can continue.
Quinn visibly frowns at this, but says nothing.
All beings are fated to die one day. It's just very few have the option of choosing how. But should you find yourself the ability to choose, you will have found a path that no other version of yourselves have.
So tell me, when do you believe this plan will go into motion?
As I understand the situation, as we speak, Faust plans to bring Vigilo into this tree, the tree of the Pantheon at least, into a more central portion of the forest so Abraxas can spread his influence faster. So fast that we won't be able to counter it no matter what we try. But him bringing the gateway to us is also going to be our strongest strategic advantage. The tree that Vigilo lies on is being ripped asunder and consumed by Abraxas. The planet is all that is left of that tree. The planet is his gateway in. If we're able to bring his gateway to us, with the Pantheon right there, we can shut the gate and reseal the veil.
So we get to play some Cerberus duty. I can get behind that.
As we speak below the spire, the fuel source for Faust's grand plan is not some sort of quantum computer or infinite energy source that's dragging Vigilo in this direction. It's a creature. Creature has been dubbed by one of the many overtures as a Cronash. A false hydra with the powers of an overgod chronomancer.
Why? Why? Why?
It is a creature that Vicky has been creating for thousands of years, perfecting, letting it feed off distant villages, distant places
Oh,
across
great.
the forest. The
I'll
most
have to be
perfected-
sure to thank that horned, blue-skinned harpy.
The most perfected of these was in the city of Clearwater, within Albria. As it reached its start of its growth period, it was defeated by a group of Overture who had just begun their journey. What salvaged from its remains was enough material and enough data to bring it back and allow it to grow and grow. And with the powers of Abraxas with it, to unnatural eldritch levels. This creature will act as the tether between the worlds when Vigilo is here.
So you mean to tell me that we have to let that thing crawl around while we finish the operation? To maintain the bond to Vigilo?
That is correct. It is additionally
Oh,
the
that's
reason
just dandy.
why we can't open any portals close to the spire, regardless if it's Sanguinius or the Scarlet King or any technology we might have. Even a landing on the Pantheon, as its influence grows, and its power too, is impossible. It will have to be a ground campaign from orbit towards the spire. An invasion of the Pantheon. The full force of Faust's loyalists and Abraxas against us.
It never stops, does it?
You're just finding that out now.
Parts of the job description. You didn't hear?
No, I think he just signed his life away and didn't read a damn thing. He is fairly new.
Once we are able to push Abraxas' forces back and Faust back and reclaim the spire, we will then make our way to Vigilo, fighting towards the city of Carcosa, the epicenter of where Abraxas' power is stemming from. This city has been under his control for what everyone else in Vigilo seems less than a year, but within many, many centuries. It will be fortified, far grander than any nexus of the Scarlet King, megalith of absolution of Sanguinius, or spire of the Regicide. But should we be able to push through towards where the veil once stood, we will be able to reseal it with the sacrifice of one of the overtures. It is at that moment, when it is resealed, in that moment of chaos, the lions will face off against Sanguinius, breaking the world seed and slaying him. With the forces of the Detorum Vindicta neutralized and Abraxas gone, and with the support of the Children of Creation, the remaining armies of the Red Regicide, those who defect of the Detorum, and the Children of Creation will march onto the Dark Below, take his nexus, and kill him once and for all.
Very straightforward, clear-cut dominoes. We just need them to fall in the right order.
And we'll make sure it does.
Sounds like the plan has come together.
As we speak, I have already sent word to the forces still loyal to Alexia to convene on the outer edges of the Pantheon and hold them from pushing outwards. Effectively a civil war, but it will buy us enough time to get the forces of the Scarlet King, the Children of Creation, and Sanguinius in place for the invasion force to land and push towards the spire.
How many loyalists do we have?
Three-fourths of the regicide.
Yeah, it's far better than I thought. But they all kind of turned on her. Glad to see they still believe in her at least.
Regicide has gone through a lot.
Many of them know the deal with figures of past emperors returning and reclaiming power after the Sanguinius incident. It certainly doesn't help that Faust is the son of Sanguinius. Those still loyal, such as the Red Right Hand, the Tenno, various members currently stationed on the Conviction, joined the regicide out of promise for survival more than anything. Those who defected know that survival under whatever establishment comes next is no survival at all. But these forces will be prepared for the invasion. They will have Abraxas on their side, boosting their ranks with whatever horrors he brings out of his tree. And the world of Vigilo will be directly above the Pantheon to provide support to his forces.
Tell me, what's the thought of a world buster?
Destroying either of those planets will not be to our advantage. If we destroy Vigilo, the Veil remains open forever. If we destroy the Pantheon, our siege on Vigilo will be that much greater.
Understood.
And I'm quite against the idea of nuking my homeworld.
Not
It's
the
not my
most
first
pleasant
choice.
experience.
I've seen that plan a few times. Never ends well.
Some sacrifices are a step too far. Because what's it all worth if it costs you everything?
Point taken.
Well, you know I have your back. Helped drag me out of that hellhole. Saved my world a few times. And I've covered my ass more times than I can count. Most certainly owe you one. So you tell me where I need to be, and I'll be there.
Understood.
Children of creation are already knowing of this idea, and they have completely signed on to support both the Lions, forces of the Sundered Kingdoms, and the overtures across the entirety of this war. 6/7 of Father Creation's power does seem quite nice.
Can't complain with that now, can we?
Definitely helpful that.
This is the only path that has made it this far with this much success. The only timeline for the forest that has any chance of working. You're the farthest along that any version of you across 1 trillion timelines have ever made. Just make sure you're able to finish the job.
Come on, we've come this far, right?
You have said that many times.
And he's been right every time.
Obviously.
No, Sanguinius kills you 3/4 of the time.
Did you forget who I was? I'm a gambling man, I'll take those chances.
The other 25%
Honestly, for us, that's
was
actually
another
pretty good
lion.
odds.
But thankfully, Fish Sticks isn't here, so.
How is she? It's been a while. If you know.
Alive.
That makes me happy.
Thankfully,
she retire?
Gorlamund doesn't count retired lions as lions.
Oh, but he still came from my ass. Okay, little shit.
Speaking of
He's-
which,
Interesting.
you know he is going to come for us right off the bat when this truce is over.
See, and that's something else. The first time he came after us, we weren't ready. When this is over, we will be. I plan to break every bone in his fucking body. He deserves to pay for what he's done.
As long as we're on the same page.
Will we ever not with that one?
Just making sure you wanted him to suffer just as well.
Did you forget what he's taken from me? I used to have a home filled with the laughter of my children, of my kin. I couldn't do a fucking thing when he stormed Skyspire. I had to run like a fucking coward. Do you know what that does to a man? To leave his family, his wife behind? Just to fight in a fucking war. Well, at least now we know we can win, so there's that.
Rico,
But regardless,
we will kill him. That I can
Yes.
promise you.
just takes a deep breath and sighs.
It's any
So,
consultation. Gorlamund in most timelines, gets his ass kicked by a child in Vigilo, including this one.
And a giant grin appears on his face. Starts to
As
chuckle.
much as I'd like to kill myself, that will be a sight for the ages.
As long as he dies.
So
Every man
we have a
dies.
plan.
Yeah, but some bastards are too damn stubborn and come back.
Fuck you.
Also gonna shift uncomfortably when you say that.
Hey, I mean, I did the same thing, so no problem here.
You know what this calls for, everybody? Take two. It calls for take two, but who's next?
I prefer not to die, thank you. I'm still in my first life.
I can tell
You
you
should
how
try
each one
it.
of you are going to die if you'd like.
I think, thanks though, I think we're good.
Might help in breaking your archetype. Possibly
Does it?
becoming overtures
Do I-
yourselves.
That's kind of interesting.
I'm curious. Do I die in the pursuit of a gorgeous woman? Or man?
You see, you actually die in the thighs of a woman who's crushed your skull.
Now, is this true? Because if it's not true, I'm going to be very disappointed.
And Reiko nudges the usurper with an elbow and is like, just say yes.
If
You'll make
that
him happy.
helps you break your fate,
If it helps me break what?
your fate.
Oh, I don't know what my fate is. Is my fate to pursue gorgeous women? Because it's definitely not going to be my fate.
Actually, no, I think that is your fate, so therefore you have to break it so you can't do it anymore. Oh no, so sad.
You know,
Well-
actually, I'm kind of curious.
I guess that means I'm going to have to move on to men then, Reiko.
Alright,
How
listen
you
here.
doing?
Listen here, buddy.
Is that a mirror in your pocket, Reiko? 'Cause I see myself in your pants.
Damn.
Those of you who want to know how you will die, I can tell you.
I wouldn't mind.
I could go.
Really? You'd not rather have it be a surprise?
No, I
Better
don't
keep
like
an eye how you
surprises. I've
I
had
already have an idea.
a lot of time of surprises, and if I know I don't die yet, that means I can fearlessly ask out so many people.
If you want to know how
Erzia,
you
how
die,
about you?
type your name in chat.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You each have an archetype.
Imagine he just says now.
During the
get
meeting.
smited.
You're all dead now.
I would say wants to know. Whoa. Okay, buddy.
Taxes.
The fucking taxes. You be quiet.
Oh, wow.
You know, this is kind of concerning how much we're about to learn about each other.
Yes, especially before I go for round 2 and the next woman.
Just don't catch another curtain on fire, please. That was a little embarrassing.
I'll try. Maybe I won't go after the queen. Maybe I will. Maybe
Okay.
whoever catches my vision first. I'm not in a
Like
straight line.
Stan, like when you called it off, I felt embarrassed for you. I've never felt that before. I want you to know that.
If it makes you feel better, I wasn't embarrassed in the slightest.
Oh, good. I just held all the embarrassment for you then.
Wait, there's a
actually,
bear
hold
in
on.
the dress?
As a man
If
who
you-
regularly fights in the nude, you can probably guess embarrassment isn't part of my, archetype, as he's been saying.
I'm sorry. If you weren't embarrassed, then why did you hide behind the couch?
Oh, I was planning for the next attack.
And what did you come up with?
Oh, I have a great idea. I just need or a map.
Hold on. Did you see it?
Kneeling before the grave. I don't quite know what that means.
What? I'm confused.
I thought it was gonna be a simple answer. I didn't know I had to study.
What? I have no idea what those words mean.
You don't die in a place where people can see.
Well, Stan, it seems you're gonna die of a broken heart.
That's,
That's
pretty
worse than
dope.
mine. I'll take it.
Does that mean that I can die? I take this as an absolute win.
Apparently.
I take it as an absolute win then.
Look, if the children of creation can die, then so can you.
Well,
We're all gonna die eventually.
It's been a very long time, in about, I don't know how long. I'm not gonna remember any of it. Someday I won't even know you. What's your name again? Reiko.
No, I don't think that's it, actually.
Someday I'll forget you.
And I'll be so heartbroken when it does. See,
Yes, I mean, I imagine you'd be dead, actually. At you, but okay.
he sarcastically puts a hand over his heart and shakes his head to the sky. Oh, so sad, so sad.
Fantastic. Then you'll help me find out which one of these women is going out.
What the heck does that even mean, though? I'm curious. It's just so confusing to me.
Wait a minute. Oh, we got little cool things. The morning crown. Wait, does that mean I'm a king? Or did I fall in love with a queen? Well,
It means that you're the king of heartbreak.
You're so sad. You're
Yeah.
sad.
Sad boy.
All right. Well, I'm.
Then
You
go
know
into
what?
emo phase.
You know what, you guys? You know what? That hurt my feelings. I hope you know that.
Oh, it's okay,
I
buddy.
don't think death cares about your feelings, buddy.
You don't know that. Maybe death is the most gorgeous of women. Oh wait,
Bad
she
buddy.
she's on the throne. Eat shit. I'm trying again.
You know, I have seen Nicodemus. He is kind of hot.
Hey.
Bombastic side eye.
He throws his hands up defensively. Okay, I just know when someone is conventionally attractive. All right.
So then, Reiko.
He looks over.
No, not you. Sorry.
That's a lie, and you know it.
He turns away to hide his laughter.
Does anyone have a quarter? There's two women I'm interested in, but I can't decide. Well, fuck it. Why not both?
You know what? How about do a standing backflip, and if you land on your face, it's left. Then on your back, it's right. Please don't crack
Oh,
your head there.
that's a great idea. I'm going
Yeah,
to
you should
do
do it.
just that.
You should do it right on the table where we're all in front of.
All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. Did I land the flip? Oh wait, I didn't decide which one was heads or tails.
It's just directional, you know. Then on your face, go left, and then on your back, go right. Like that.
All right, I didn't know. When he's done typing, I'll figure out which way I landed. I think that's a good. I think that's good. Broken hands. That sucks.
Come on, you really think the Lions would die without their pride?
Dying with broken hands doesn't seem very prideful.
Hey,
You can still do a headbutt.
I knew a man who broke his hands, slammed his face into the shield until he died. That man's son later became Chiquavius' son, and then later tried to kill me. But that's a story for a different day, and that's how I... the poisonous metal I bonded to my bones.
And Rico shudders when you say Jaquavius' name, as he remembers him breaking every single one of his bones individually.
Hey man, it happens.
I think out of any mortal, he scared me the most.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fucking terrifying.
Yeah, he was quite the interesting gentleman, that's for sure. Yeah, hey, you did heal like a man there, just like he said.
Oh yeah, dude, it was insane. I think I was only bedridden for like 3 days.
That's
And I
very
came back
impressive.
so much stronger.
Yes, you did. Maybe you could break my bones, and I could do the same thing then.
I think with your bones, if I tried to punch them, I would shatter my hand.
It's all a good try then, you know, put a little gumfo in it, you know, little effort, gumption.
Okay. If I put more effort into it, then there goes my whole forearm. I put even more, then I lose the entirety of my arm. Do you want me to keep going?
I don't know, use like a hammer or something then. I didn't write the rules, Reiko.
Do you not know how force works? If I slam you with the hammer, the force goes back into my hand.
Oh, I didn't think about that. No, I don't know how force works, because I'm not a fucking scientist. Do you see me
Neither am
wearing
I, for God's
glasses?
sakes.
He's just gonna take his glasses off and put them in his pocket. No, I'm not wearing glasses. I forgot that I was.
Are those lenses even? Give me your glasses. He urges for the frame.
They're just sunglasses.
You need a fucking prescription, little shit.
Why would I need a prescription? I can see for miles.
Well, I just thought they were regular glasses.
Actually, I have a great question. How the hell does this man know how we're gonna die?
I don't know, he's cultured.
I mean, do you know who he is? Do you know who a part of him was?
Not
And what
quite.
title that man held?
No.
I don't.
Oh my goodness.
I thought he was just like a palm reader.
Okay. Do y'all know what chronomancy is?
Yes, chronomancy.
It's that thing.
It's when you lightly graze the tip.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
I'm sorry, I think I might have been thinking of spatchcocking. Or is that cooking? I'm not quite sure.
Oh my god. You know,
I think I've now learned how I am broken before the eve of battle. This is devastating.
It's okay, buddy. Maybe you could tell me which woman you would go after, and I'll...
Actually, Silas, don't you have like 4 wives?
No, I have one.
Aha,
And
Silas.
Ause
Wait,
is
you have a
my
wife?
ex-wife.
Oh my god. Oh, gee. Do you want to go drinking? I don't drink, but we can go drinking.
I don't think you'll be able to drink that man.
No,
As he points to
don't
Silas.
drink. Don't worry, we won't drink. We'll just have a little bro time, if you know what I'm talking about. Little bup, you know? Me and
If
in
you
the
start
back
stroking him, I'm gonna slap you.
in the back bedroom, you know, chilling. Sort out our problems. Pick the potato chips out of my chest hair, and I lay on your head. Maybe solve the problems in the bedroom. I heard that's great therapy.
Ause, are you hearing this? Are you okay with this?
All I have to
I
say
have
is
no-
that it wasn't such a bad partner that I drove him to alcoholism or anything.
You know what? You know what they always say? You can fix anything with a little horizontal mambo. A tangled tantric tango. You know? There's a lot of different ways to say it. But sometimes you just need 3 people.
Why do you need 3 people?
Don't worry about it.
You think it's
Hey,
very hard to
actually,
the front
I
one for the
heard that
back.
the more the merrier. So
Yes, that's what I heard.
I heard about that.
No, while we're at it, why stop at 3? This is a big room, a lot of people in it,
Wait, so what are we doing?
Don't worry. I'm shooting my shot, that's what I'm doing.
I remind everyone that he is suggesting an orgy with the most powerful being in all of creation.
I don't
What is
see
that?
the problem. Power is
I don't see the problem.
usually considered an attractive trait.
Wait, is this going to be fun?
They get it. It could be very fun, I would say.
I'm down for something
Wait.
fun.
Do you guys think the children of creation can make a guy pregnant? Because like
Only
creation's
one
their whole
can
thing.
Without a doubt, man. What?
Do you think they could impregnate Stan?
Oh, we're so doomed. We're absolutely doomed. We're doomed.
We're
This
not
is why we're
too-
all dying.
Listen, if we're gonna die, why not go out on top or on bottom? It's up to you guys.
I don't think it
You
matters.
don't even have a damn pelvis anymore.
That's for the goal of creation. I'm trying to save everyone. We're all just mice trapped in a maze, and I'm trying to get the cheese. I don't see anyone else try.
Mr. Yusef, you sure he doesn't die from death by snoo? I think that might be his real fight.
It looks like we have different definitions of what cheese is.
Perhaps
Yeah.
I can change his fate.
Typically,
Oh, that's a crazy one.
But listen, who doesn't want to die? Who wants to die without, one last time,
Without what?
One last time.
typically
You
You
it's
just want to die one
Stan.
last time.
Well, I don't know what
Typically,
you're talking
Stan
about,
that
bud.
dies in most timelines, not Vulcan.
It happens.
For the same reasons, I would presume.
Well,
You'd be
Alien,
surprised
it
if the
doesn't
other guy
help.
was here instead of Stan. You'd be in a much more miserable mindset.
yes, and
The other
mindset
guy.
is everything.
So is this like we're playing cards or?
Is that Gwen lady still around?
You hear the door open and close, and she quickly rushes out of the throne.
Oh my god.
All right,
She
Queen.
ran away.
Is the Queen still in the throne?
Possibly the smartest person here.
Oh
so far.
hell nah.
Usurper
I'll
looks
say it's there.
at
She's
Silas.
glaring down at y'all.
Do you want me to call him Katsu?
So you're saying I have a chance?
Dan, please.
Whenever
Dan.
you're ready, before I have a aneurysm. I don't believe I was expecting this sudden shift from planning resistance against certain destruction to very quickly devolving into an orgy.
No,
Oh,
we're
come on,
so
Silas.
Now I
glad
can
you-
truly
what is
say
that?
that I've experienced just about everything.
Don't be fooled, my friend. There will still be certain destruction.
Come on, Silas. You've met with us before. You should have known how this was going to turn out.
You know, you're right. I take full accountability for my short-sightedness. Please call Katsu.
Is this?
Yes,
Kawaii
please call
Boy?
Katsu.
I'm sorry about
He can't
the
save you.
old-
Another member
Wait,
to
we're not
join is
we're
what
not
we're
gonna
hearing.
play.
So you're inviting more people, so the spirit did carry on.
Fucking goddamn Stan.
It's always your Vulcan. S. You watch him make a hand sign as portal begins to manifest itself within the room as hearing from it. You see what seems to be Katsu. as around him, see these almost completely translucent, as if stained glass windows are showing the light glaring through, but there's no light source. You just see the various colors of the children creation in this god ray fashion around him. As these gods above over gods are also here, as close to in person as they're gonna get.
Oh, you're far more ethereal than I last saw you.
Thank God you got the message, got you. This would be boring without you.
As Katsu walks in, gazes about the place with his hanging skinned face. He does, eyes landing on the sword of Damocles before he makes his way towards one of the chairs on the opposite end.
Can I go sit next to him?
As you go to sit next to him, as you approach his like 6 foot space around him, that COVID spacing, you know, it's almost as if two sets of magnets of the same polarity are trying to push into each other. As you just can't push any further closer to him.
Can I do a strength roll?
You do what?
Can I try pushing through it? That seat next to him looks comfy.
Roll in athletics.
Don't got it. Acrobatics?
Athletics would just be your strength then, if you don't have proficiency.
Like that. Net 20.
That's if you have advantage. Do you have advantage?
I do.
From what?
My armor.
Gives you advantage on checks, strength checks, or saves. 'Cause this is just a check.
Fine.
As you push through 6 feet to 5 feet to 3, for the field gets stronger, and you get thrown across the floor, kind of getting across the marble flooring.
Would that work?
No.
Worth a shot.
Can I try to catch him before he starts skipping like a rock above water?
As you kind of snag him by the leg before he can skid on all the way to the other wall across the room.
Would this work?
Nope.
Ah, okay.
Man, you are
Fine.
really trying.
That seat's comfy, damn it.
Is the seat comfy, or do you just want to be next to Katsu? Be honest.
No comment.
Okay, maybe if you ask him politely, he may let you. Communication is very important.
That's a lot of work.
Oh, come on, don't pout like that.
Fine. Hey, Katsu, can I sit there?
Kind of looks over at you. No, the seat is taken.
By who, huh?
This is
I'm
not
gonna
an
cry
argument
just
you
a little
want to
bit,
be
just a little
having.
bit.
Imagine he
just a little
puts his feet
tear.
up.
Close. He puts his spear there.
PTSD flash.
You can sit next to me, Allium. He's just laid out on a couch.
Stan, put your shirt back on.
You're no fun.
You feel the warmth of the room slowly increase until it so rapidly does so that you begin to see slight distortion in the air and a clearly annoyed looking Silas. Conduct yourself with decorum in my house when we are doing business.
Oops, my bad.
Whoops.
As
Just gonna sit over here.
Katsu kind of turns towards where's the other set of seats where you're all sitting. Both Sanguinius and the Scarlet King are still in their little meeting with each other. As I suspect, you have already had your own.
We have.
We had pizza. Yeah.
Allies conducting a meeting, as one might expect. It is as you say, we've conducted our business, and now we are here to arbitrate with you.
I have sent my worshippers across various points of this realm to mitigate any plans they laid in place. As I originally suspected, the Scarlet King and Sanguinius' worshippers were caught red-handed placing world busters around your planet for when they eventually strike. Do keep that in mind. They wish to hold a knife to your neck during the entirety of our proceedings on the Pantheon.
Now that's just bad manners. To open with negotiations in such bad faith, Sanguinius certainly has proven himself to be problematic. Now hasn't he?
Oh, this was not for this negotiation, but to kill you once the job on Vigilo is done.
Oh, so it's personal.
Yes. With that being said, we are now fully on the same side of this war. And with that, the Great King in Yellow wishes to grant you your son back from his status as an acolyte. A gesture of good faith that Lord proclaims.
In exchange for? I don't expect it to come for free, even if you say it's in good faith.
Simply the fact that you do not do anything like what Sanguinius and the Scarlet King just tried to do to your planet to us. Good faith.
Respectable. And I accept your term. To save ourselves any further mincing of words, what would you declare as your terms for this alliance?
Simply that now our children of creation for this forest are back to full power, that they remain that way for the rest of the foreseeable future. That no hostile actions against their worshippers, nor attempts to slay them or steal their power would be attempted by any faction of yours or the Imperium of Fallstars.
And this includes the Scarlet King? Or precludes him?
Scarlet King's power cannot die. It must not die. But the one who wields it must be replaced, or at least brought into the fold.
Yes, I imagine your current patron of the seat has been less than cooperative.
Yes, their brother has been. But should the Scarlet King die without succession, so will all of you. For he is the god, the creator, the representative of all the mortal races across the entire forest. And should you slay him in the act that you had originally planned, he would get his way, and you would all die. As has happened many a time before, according to your friend the usurper.
You never quite get used to seeing the layers of it all, but I see now. The Sundered Kingdoms accept your terms for this alliance.
As Alexia kind of turns towards Katsuya. We have a request as well. Katsuya turns. The Aegis, yes. Your Lion of Fallstar. Consider it done. He is currently fighting on the surface, but we will make sure that he is in a fine and better state to recover from his exploits over the past many months and years, adjudicating any ill will between the remnants of the Imperium and that of the Sundered Kingdoms. After all, that was the inciting incident to drive that divide, was it not?
One could say that, yes.
Are there any other requests or offenses we can mitigate the damage of between our two groups?
I admit I had not thought that you would be so amenable to mending lost ground. I would ask for time to reflect on this further. But as it stands, you have our cooperation for the foreseeable future. I'll stay my crusade against the children of creation. And in a sign of good faith, we'll work to preserve the balance so that it is not upset again.
In addition, once the Scarlet King and Sanguinius are defeated, you do have our word that the balance will return to as it was before his incitement of revolution many eons ago, where we will have minimal influence in the lives of mortals across the forest, and in exchange, the mortals will not try anything like this again. For if they do, a fate worse than the Scarlet King will await you all.
I shall endeavor to ensure that it not happen ever again, be it from the hands of mortals or gods within my purview.
What is a god but a very, very ambitious mortal?
A sentiment I most wholly agree with.
Katsu turns over to the lions. histories for many of your older ranking members have been intertwined for quite some time. Is there anything of noteworthiness we can grant you to smooth out the rough edges of that history?
I have a question.
Mm,
You could do one of two things for me. Return my memory, or make it so I don't lose it. Wait. Actually, could you tell me if my daughter, any of my family is alive? Instead.
as he looks to his left, to the 3 glowing lights, and to his right, to the 3 glowing lights. Alive in the aspect they are in Spectre's underworld, yes. And it would be in the power of both us and your ally, as he looks over at Spectre, to bring them back if you wish.
I feel like I wasted mine.
No, because we're going to ask something similar with the lives of Raikuro and Hoshika. Are they possibly alive? It's been countless centuries, but they are kitsune. They could still be alive.
He does that same motion, looking to his left and to his right. Alive is a term for it, I suppose. Your friends, your allies are currently in the dark below. They are in a half state of life and death, their souls fueling one of the many war engine forges of the Scarlet King, suffering an eternal fate of damnation in the dark below.
I have one. Two, actually.
Wait, we can do multiple?
By chance, do you have a way to bring me back to my original power?
Your old self is gone. Your new self has the possibility of being far grander than your original form ever was. To bring back what you once had denies the future growth of what you will become.
Than anything at all?
What do you desire?
My halo.
Hmm. The one of the death in the souls of the dead, yes.
That is the one.
It is currently in another's possession. That of Abraxas. The item you speak of on your death by the hands of Sanguinius was dragged to the forest below during his excommunication from this forest. Should you find yourself at the entrance to his veil in Vigilo, you shall be able to retake it.
That's totally how you die, guy.
Honestly, it kind of sounds like it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what the guy said earlier.
Then tell me one last thing.
What, 3?
Well, no, that was the one.
No,
This is
I'm,
the second.
I'm getting a 2 for after everyone's done.
Are my people okay?
No.
That was rather straightforward.
Damn, he
Damn.
told you straight up. He didn't,
Right away,
he didn't
just
want to
no.
on you. Goddamn.
They scream out your father's name while Faust's legions burn them alive to ash.
I think they left the dough in the oven a little too long. That was in poor taste.
Is there any other requests or questions for me or the children of creation?
After giving it some thought, yes, there is one. The dear ally of mine, who goes by the name Lazarus. When this is over, I want you to give him the option to return to who he truly once was. Should be short work restoring one's flesh, right? At least for your friends.
Lazarus is who he truly is. He is a new soul, the memories of 2 others. Both Caiaphas and Balmung are dead. Their souls in the Elysian fields. But Lazarus is his own soul, his own person. There is no returning to him to who he once was. It is only what he chooses to be. But if he chooses the path of flesh once more, then I shall see what we can do.
That will serve sufficiently then.
Me next.
Mm.
This curse. Is there any way to bring back the people I killed? Make the voices go away.
There is a way. Many of the souls you've slain, the voices that you hear, manifestations of their being. But the souls are currently not within our range to silence and let move on. They too are in those places in the dark below. And they too are unreachable for the time being. But should we have access to the domain of the king, then we shall wipe them from this plane of existence and let them pass on, silencing any sort of after effects of their essence upon you.
I see.
Sure, you got anything?
What was the question, Reiko?
I was pointing it at Sasha.
Oh.
What did you say? My headphones were dying, so I was switching them out.
I said anything for you, Sasha.
Oh no. I'm not asking for anything.
Not from that man.
No, I feel I don't think I deserve to ask for anything, really.
Oh, come on.
I'm just a normal guy.
Ask.
I'm
This
do
may
you
be the
know where you're
last chance you
standing?
got.
Close
Also,
mouth.
Do you know who you are?
Bed.
If he grants any wish, you could totally bang any person.
Stan, please don't put that in his head.
Listen, I'm just, being a wingman.
I
You're sure? It'll be the only chance you get to ask someone of this caliber of anything.
Sasha's ears kind of lower, like when a dog is kind of sad. I mean, all I really want is the safety of my family to be guaranteed, and the people here. But I'm willing to fight for that, not just have it handed to me.
Don't doubt you will.
The longevity of your legacy is what you seek, yes.
And maybe meet the Bount one last time.
I knew it. I knew it.
Don't let
I didn't want to bring
my
him up,
dad hear
but I
that.
knew it was gonna happen.
Let me offer a deal of sorts. Once this war rages and the last fires of our adversaries burn, you and your family and friends will have the protection, your words, the protection of the children of creation. And in exchange, we seek that you only continue down the path that Father Creation set your kind on so long ago, to break the gods who try to rise above. Is that an agreeable term?
Yeah. Actually,
Damn good deal.
yeah.
Damn good deal.
Donovan, you take
Yeah,
that
right.
deal?
I'd take that deal. I'd take that deal. Damn good deal.
I don't blame you.
It is done.
Oh.
So long as the realms of the Sundered Kingdoms continues to work towards the goal of defeating tyrants who seek to usurp and destroy the natural order, your realms will have the protection of the children of creation. Would you
You wish for anything?
Surprisingly, seems like we're in
us to
agreement, I
begin
think, on that
now?
one.
What?
As he
Huh?
looks out the window in the direction of the fields of attrition.
Wait.
Bro?
Well, I have one more question.
Wait.
Wait.
Wait. Do we get a question?
Can I ask?
No one's saying anything, so
Ask the damn question.
Where did I come from?
your mother and your father.
I don't.
Fucking
crazy.
That was good to me.
That's devious right there.
I don't think. But who were they? What is? I was made by two people. I always thought it was one.
A rock.
Mirella,
Rock,
Atreus, you want
who said
anything?
They were both peasants on the outer limits of the continental Fallstar. That is all that was ever known about them.
that? How did I become like I am? Then I'm so lost in question. I always thought the gods made me to be perfect.
Well.
Well, if no one else, Katsu, may I request something of you?
Yes.
I will request one of two things, if not the former, then the latter. Can you restore the sanity of a good friend of mine who's long since lost it?
And who might that be?
He looks over in the Scarlet King's direction. Yes, the eye of
The
the
Scarlet
king.
King isn't there.
Oh, he lounged. I thought he was still there.
He never showed. Scarlet King and Sanguinius haven't showed up yet.
We're like on a group call or something.
Dude, I thought they were fucking talking in the corner this whole time.
Nope.
That's embarrassing. Just Gelfie calling me.
What you looking at, bro?
I hope they enter and like they both got bruised faces.
You wish to save your old friend Gelfie from his insanity.
I do. He was a good man once upon a time.
He is completely sane in what he does.
No.
Damn.
There is
You know, I
no
was kind of afraid of that.
insanity in that man. He knows exactly what
I
he's
feel like-
doing and for the reason why.
He kind of shakes his head, trying not to believe it, but his head slowly comes to a stop. Well, then how about the latter? I can get my weapons back, or you can bestow upon me a weapon that can slay the old blood of the king. I'd be eternally grateful. Right now, I'm kind of pretty bare-handed.
Weapons aren't bad. That's a good one.
And what
Going into a war
weapon
of this
might that
magnitude,
be?
I'd want something.
A sword?
Well, preferably
bow.
the ones I shattered as I killed Grant's Dawn Shield for the first time, and then that motherfucker came back. But and if not that, then something specialized in, slaying the old blood of the king.
As say this, a blade is what you seek. We cannot give you your weapon as it was, but we can bestow upon you a new one.
And that is what I ask.
You see, light that's Nihilus's kind of glow a little brighter for a moment before fading back down. It will be a few moments.
I'm not in any rush.
In the meantime, is there anybody else?
I have two ideas for the group. Sanguinius is known to wanting to counteract all of our magic. Now, even with the World Seed, is there anything you could give us to help counteract him from being able to do that?
Nothing we can grant you, but one of the members of the Overture groups wields upon them Sanguinius's spear from the War of the Scarlet King in your pantheon those years ago.
Not destroyed.
No. Reforged by him to fully functional capability. And one blade that might make that angel fall from grace.
We need to wait for them then. Understood. And next question, could we get a lot of Vaporium?
What for? I don't see the connection.
Vaporium. It's good for us. Especially for durability and armor reasons.
For infusement. Gotcha.
We cannot.
Emporium. I will not push it any further.
I could go again if we're just gonna keep asking him questions.
That's a no.
So what's going on with the fields of attrition?
We can fix your issue with Erebus, should you choose to enact the beginning of that deal. Now,
I could live with that.
as he raises a finger in the air, and you see the sky in the distance change to just black on the horizon. The situation is being dealt with now.
That can't get no metal.
Is that the end of your request?
Believe so.
You know, is there any chance you could give us non-Vicky armor? Be nice not to have armor correlated to that traitor.
Wearing the armor of the children of creation into a battle where you are meant to inspire the traitor forces to rally to your side will not end well.
All right. Perhaps just removing any trace of her would be nice.
Seems like somebody has already done that to your armor.
All right then.
item's almost done. As that light that's charging begins to hit its crescendo. And as that tracking light conjures itself forth, you begin to see a shape manifest from within the light. Shape of a massive blade. As
Yo,
Katsu
reach forward
reaches
and
towards it,
oh, go ahead.
as it fully manifests. It fully manifests. Do you see this blade, black lightning shooting out of it for a moment? And this blade looks haunting, as there seems to be an eye near where the palm, like the handguard is, as it blinks and stares directly at you.
Gonna raise an eyebrow as he looks back at it. The eye necessary.
Yes. That's how Nihilus
course
can
it is.
watch you at all times.
So be it.
If you have any last requests, now would be the time, for our final gathering is quickly approaching.
Can you grant any of us any more tools that might help us along our way?
When the time comes for that necessity, you will have the necessary blessings for success. Well, if that is everything we can do to show you our good faith, it seems our guests are arriving. As you all watch a portal begin to split open, partially that of Scarlet Eldritch Red, and the other that overwhelming divinity, white golden light of Sanguinius. As they both step through, you see them. Scarlet King, in his humanoid form, Sanguinius, and all the royal grandeur of his armor, or rather, lack thereof, as you take a look at it. This man, this self-righteous fervor has decorated himself in these silk garbs of golden filigree. The most expensive looking outfit that could ever be possibly made in the forest. As some of you look at the intricate details and how the details spiral into other filigrees, and some of you notice the materials that it's made out of. Some of them materials you've never seen before, others most expensive materials you've ever heard of. He is the definition of my dad owns a yacht. As both of them enter, Sanguinius giving that hateful, bombastic side eye towards the lions.
I'm just giving him a little heart sign. Love you too, bud.
Scarlet King
He loves us.
staring at
He loves us.
Katsu and the 6 lights around him. Sanguinius sits opposite of the lions. His wings taking up the rest of the chair, couch. And
His wings aren't that impressive.
the Scarlet King sitting in the chairs next to him. As on the left, you have Katsu, Scarlet King, and Sanguinius. On the right, all of you. And as the
Never thought I would be playing host to you.
arch enemies take their seat, Sanguinius, for a second, looks like he wants to say something, but he's quickly, sidelined by the sheer amount of things he's trying to come up with to say to the lions to piss them off. Scarlet King,
Sanguinius,
hand.
why are you wearing a dress?
Oh my god.
You watch as Katsu removes your mouth. It is just skin now.
Did it make him mad, though?
You got the first syllable out.
Ah, damn.
Then
Really thought it would be me.
Scarlet King, on the other hand, looking at Silas after you stated that, I am happy that for the meantime we're able to put our differences aside for this more present threat.
Yes, our personal differences. He kind of gives a sidelinings, glance in the direction of Sanguinius, but it doesn't press it further.
That being said, our time here is slowly giving our adversaries more time to prepare. As I spoke with Katsu, it seems that the current plan is that of an invasion force upon the Pantheon. But there are some preliminaries we must agree upon for then. Many of the trees that have claimed loyalty to Faust scattered sporadically across the forest are supplying him and his pantheon and Abraxas with a surplus of supplies from their worlds, men, weapons, food, and material. In order to kill this empire he's created, we must cut off blood flow to the brain. Hence, why I suggest that you allow for me to deal with these trees. Currently, they comprise 10% of the forest. Once the blood flow is cut off and the brain is left without oxygen, then we will press the advance. We have forces in the area behind those of the loyalists of the regicide. And both I and Sanguinius have agreed to make our presence known on the planet in order to quickly break through their defenses, destroy their morale, and strike at the spire. Additionally, one of the many ways in that we have found, and that we attempted to, at least I attempted to utilize during my last invasion of the Pantheon, was the weakness of your underworld. He looks over to Spectre. As I understand it, the god of the dead for the Pantheon is able to bring life back and forth through this underworld. A fact I had originally planned to utilize with the God Hunter during my last invasion. A proof of concept that may have some ground. If we are able to create an established presence on the planet and ferry as many as we can into the afterlife of the Pantheon, whether through killing them or porting them over alive, your friend here can raise the dead on the surface, bolstering an invasion force of a massive quantity. So long as we get a foothold on the ground, we can land billions, trillions, possibly more on the surface of the Pantheon, and overwhelm the numbers of Faust loyalists and monstrosities. Are my terms agreeable?
So to review, you wish for us to cull several trees in order to stave off those forces, and then proceed with a massive incursion upon the Pantheon.
This is correct. Those trees supporting Faust's rule must fall before he does. I can quickly achieve this with my princes and with the assistance of Sanguinius' archangels. Once those trees fall, they will be left with limited resources and limited personnel to defend against Star Hordes.
You can see the clear, intense thought on Quinn's face as he seems to mull over everything that's just been said, detail. After a time, he looks in the direction of the usurper, as if seeking confirmation.
Usurper, who still has the sword of Damocles on his lap, with one hand around the handle as the other one's resting atop the blade, looks back towards you, then over to the Scarlet King. You want us to hand over 10% of the forest to you? That would leave the regicide with only 15%, should it survive this encounter. Sanguinius finally chirps up. I see no issue with that. That is quite good by my standards. More than you people deserve, at least.
By
Okay.
your standards, is literally using the same fucking perfume for the entire existence. So,
At least I smell good,
Every
unlike
little-
you houndish animal.
I smell delicious, delectable. Lavender is good, but not great. And frankly, I think it would benefit you to try some shade.
Gives you this look. See as he comes up with something to say, but that has to like visibly hold himself back from saying it.
Bitch.
Serper thinks about it. Before nodding his head in agreement to the terms.
Are you sure that's the right choice?
A single narrow path forward.
As
Knowing full well he's kind of resigning several trees to essentially annihilation. Kind of frowns. A look of haunted dread kind of works its way in. And so be it.
Wait. Could we add a clause?
And your claws.
I think Sanguinius should go bald and thenceforth refer to himself as Lord
Katsu
Sanguinius.
snaps his
the
fingers and your
Ultra
mouth is
Tar.
gone.
Damn it.
As
How
Sanguinius
much
looks
was
over at
he
you.
able to get out?
Thank God you have a handler. My God. And Scarlet King. Looks over towards Sanguinius. Sanguinius smiles. Oh, is it my turn for negotiations? Very good. As he kind of stands up.
Here we go.
I have one simple request. one humble request. I could take as much as I want, but I only really want one thing. Once the dust is settled, once this Abraxas burns alone in the darkness which he belongs to, I want the Pantheon. The entire tree. As
You're out of your
Alexia stands up
No, 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 no,
and
no,
she
no, Alexia.
yells, she begins to yell what sounds like over my dead body or something along those lines before Spectre kind of almost tackles her, covering her mouth as Alexia's like trying to fucking fight Sanguinius.
I'm gonna help Spectre hold her back.
See? The new bloods of my bloodline have no calm, no, how you say, knack for leadership. Even my own son. Both of them. Disgusting creatures. I seem to be the only one who brought any form of greatness to the Pantheon during my reign. Any hope for the people? Any substantial modicum of peace? I want my Imperium back. I couldn't care less what happens to your sundered kingdoms. I couldn't care less what happens to Vigilo. I couldn't care less what happens to the Dark Below, any of those other realms. Because at the end of the day, like I promised you lions all those years ago, if I can't have it, nobody can.
So what you're saying is, after all this is said and done, you're gonna fight us for the Pantheon. Because you're not just going to get it.
Fight you for the Pantheon. It won't be a fight. I will massacre every last one of you. No overture or sword of Damocles will save you from what I have planned. Those are my terms. Whether or not you find it agreeable, or less so, as he kind of motions towards Spectre, fucking, like, holding back. Vulcan's had to, like, actually, like, put his hand over to help stop her. That is not my call, that is yours. This looks over to the lions, then over to the usurper. This is eyes move over to the usurper. So, what will it be, M?
Damn.
The continuation of your people and your existence, or eternal damnation under Abraxas. As Sanguinius says this, watch the usurper think about it for a moment. Kind of looks down at the sword for a moment. You can tell the thought process in his head, thinking he could
Kill yourself.
fucking either kill himself in the process of killing Sanguinius or just holding restraint. He looks over at Alexia, who's running out of energy to fight her restraints. He looks over at all of you lions. And this courses through your brain for a second. If you all kill him before Abraxas is dead, he can't rule shit.
So happy you thought of that.
And that's exactly what's going through Quinn's head as he's watching all of this unfold with a somewhat smug air about him. Because he's been waiting for an opportunity like this for a long time. A chance to really pin this fucker down. Get rid of him once and for all. After all the damage he's done.
You watch the usurper remove his helmet. And watch as Medicus stands up, contemplating with the sword again, or looking back at Sanguinius. You have a deal. Good. Well, let this be the grand day that the coalition of creation fought for the right of self-determination, we'll call it. Monumental. Historical. Grandiose. And when I kill you all one day, I'll be sure it's written that I'm the one that organized this. Well, it seems there's nothing left to debate or negotiate. And every moment that we stay in this dingy hall is a moment that Abraxas' armies make their way further into our reality. So, with that said, my friends, I'll see you in orbit. He walks away with the portal and disappears.
Oh.
3 is going to love you, Sanguinius.
Ooh, he made me mad. Ooh.
But seriously, guys, why the hell was he wearing a dress?
As
So
the
you wanna
Scarlet
call it?
King begins to stand up and opens the portal to his armies. We're turning his head around for a second. Yes, so we're all in agreement. He dies first. He
Yes!
steps through.
Oh, thank God you agree.
I'm glad
Oh
we're
my
on the
God.
same fucking page.
The one thing that we
Surprisingly
agree on.
enough.
You know what? I feel like we're not giving him enough credit because he did do a very good service for everyone in the kingdom when he made it by law legal that 3 inches is average. He had to do it.
This fucking guy.
You know, you're right. He said it, not us. You know, his words.
As you were all left in that great hall with
Yeah, not dingy.
as Katsu stands
Wait,
up.
I might have Wait, who's the usurper?
Medicus.
It's
Oh,
M.
like, am I the only one who didn't know?
Yeah?
I believe
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
That's why when
Surprise!
yeah,
It
no,
was
that's why
just a
when I heard it,
prank.
nobody said a thing. I was like, am I fucking high?
It's just a prank, bro. It's just a prank. Don't worry
I was,
about
like,
it.
I was like, I thought this was fucking a groundbreaking revelation for me, but not not a single person said something. I was like, oh, I'm just out of the loop.
Well, I mean, what are we supposed to do, man? We're kind of in the middle of that shit.
As
Nah,
Katsu,
we all gotta simultaneously hit the hog.
I meant like even above the table.
Katsu kind of moves towards his own exit. And he turns around in a similar manner the Scarlet King did. And then that other guy next. He
Yeah.
leaves.
First to him as the other guy.
Now, but why? Seriously, though, why
That
would you
other
do
guy
this?
over there.
The goddamn hints were everywhere with the fucking board game being chronomatic. Oh.
Wait, but guys, wait, hold on. Who's the other guy?
Scarlet King.
He means the Scarlet King. Ali.
Ah, yeah, him. Yeah, he's dead too.
Yeah, we just confirmed. Yeah, yep. It's okay, buddy.
Yep.
Silas kind of turns on a heel and looks towards Alexia. Believe me when I say I understand how you feel. That's why we're going to kill Sanguinius before this is over. And we're going to make sure he stays dead this time.
She's finally calmed down. She kind of looks over to the lions. If you all fail, I will order a world buster to destroy the Pantheon. I'd rather make it a memory than under his rule.
Alexia, you gotta have a little more faith than that.
We will see it done, Alexia.
Kinda activates a necklace that she has on. This one with feathers and some sort of flora around it. As you hear a connection thing, she says, "When find the wolves."
Orwin?
I thought she died.
Surprise!
She did. So did Kay.
Oh, Pern's a
so did
baddie,
Alexia. Remember what Spectre can do.
I kind of forgot that. Spectre, by the way, not cool of you not telling me I had family this whole time, because I literally asked you.
And I told you I don't know. I
How
don't
does he
keep
know?
personal tabs on everything. I'm not some sort of over eldritch god.
Do you think he knows every dead person he comes across?
Yes.
Covered his domain.
Yes, I assumed he would. I just feel like...
You overestimate how
You
much
should-
memory loss I have off this fucking street crack. Okay?
Well, you know what? I have a lot too, so maybe we have that in common.
Oh no. You got that wimp dick Vienna sausage addiction. I got that 2 pound
What?
foot long addiction. Okay?
sausage.
Well, just because you like to suck down footlongs doesn't mean I'm not as cool.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my god.
That's kind of what it means.
I don't
You do
think
you,
it
gang.
does. I mean, I love you. I love you. and
What's
I'm
more
glad
impressive
that
though,
you like
sucking 1 foot long or sucking like 9 of the Vienna sausages at once?
Exactly. I'm as
It
one
doesn't
would
matter
say,
if this dude's passed
well
out by
traveled.
Vienna sausage number 2. Okay? Just saying.
Listen. All I'm gonna say is
All right,
You
who's down for
formulate
some
that thought.
lobster and steak?
Hey,
No,
is
that was
Katsu
it.
gone too?
I was saying is.
Gone, right?
Alright.
So,
Well,
Silas, you seemed pretty enthusiastic. Will you join us on the Vanguard?
You're damn bloody straight.
That pleasures
Actually,
me.
I have a question for Silas. Since
I'll
we're
do
here.
what I can
Whatever
to help
happened to that
facilitate.
army?
Which army would that be?
Godbreakers.
Well, a great deal of them were lost at Catharsis. Not all. Many more are battling on various other fronts. And I keep a small contingency aboard my own personal craft. They might be able to help supplement numbers if required. They are quite proficient from what we saw upon Vigilo. But first and foremost, we should identify the best way forward in regards to resolving our Sanguinius problem.
I say we lock him in a room, turn off the lights, and beat his teeth in.
Catch him in his bed, tie the corners of the sheets down, and then just start wailing.
So you mean to truly take the fight to him?
Well,
No,
I think first
we're
we need to
speaking
get that
logically.
weapon.
Oh yeah, weapon first. But if we're speaking logically, I think home field would be helpful.
I mean, perhaps. But I'm
Trap
pretty
him in
sure
a
what's going to
room,
happen.
make him look at himself.
I just feel like
Before
every
you
time-
fully commit to this idea, we should figure out more in regards to the current threshold of Sanguinius' strength. From there, we might be able to formulate a plan and gauge with some degree of a litmus test as to whether or not direct conflict is a viable tactic.
From last time we fought him, it's really not, to be honest with you. Really, I'm
Case
kind of
in
riding on
point.
the wolves coming back with the seed. That's using that the second we take Praxis out, and then there we go.
Alright, this can work then.
Take him when he's weak.
Coincides with our pre-existing plan quite cleanly, so no, this could very well work. But it's predicated on the return of the wolves successful on their mission.
That it is.
We could
Well,
always
then do
expedite the process and lend them a hand.
You know,
Problem
I
is, I'm not quite sure where they are. And I can't quite seem to track them down. So, I think it best we leave this to Perwin in the meantime and focus on our part of the plan. I have faith in my son and his friends. They have fought this war for a very long time. They seldom disappoint. Trust them to finish their side, and we must be ready with ours. I think that starts with building out our home field advantage. Fleshing out the moment of attack when it comes, because when it arrives, we must seize it in that moment. There won't be a chance for hesitation to dally. And furthermore, the circumstances may not even fully align. Given whatever situation we find ourselves in, we must set it up in such a way that the usurper, Medicus, will be there with the sword in hand. It will take the sword of Damocles to strike the blow. capable of some powerful techniques, but I believe even Sanguinius has far outstripped even that threshold. So,
You know,
what does your arena look like?
well, that kind of leads me into my question. You've been working on those nails, haven't you? How far along have they come?
Well, regards to the nails themselves, that part is easy. However, the campaign war upon Vigilos eaten up a lot of my time, so I haven't been able to attempt my hand at that modified version Vulcan managed to pull together. It's my hope, however, with a little bit of concerted effort, perhaps I might be able to forge some for you in preparation for that fight.
Anything to even the playing field just a little bit more.
I'll see what I can do with the time we have.
How is the Doughboys and the Godbreakers?
Your forebearer's friend. He does well. My team, first class, has taken quite a shine to.
Good to hear. And we actually do have an arena. I point at Rico. Don't you still got that shield?
Turns to the side where he plopped over like the 5-foot tower sheet. Perhaps.
Looks like he won't get a chance to run.
Think we'll have to weaken him first, but I get the idea.
So at the moment of striking, trigger whatever mechanism that shield possesses, seal him in, and hopefully, by then, I have some more of those nails, the larger ones. Won't even the playing field, but it should at least give you some leverage.
Like I said, anything to level it just a little bit more, even if it's by a half degree. Gladly taking the advantage we have.
That said, I'll do my best to help when the moment arrives. But battle can be messy. There'll be no guarantee I will be available when the time is right. So when the time comes, you must be ready to act. Once the moment has arrived, you immediately alert us by whatever means you have. Myself or the usurper, ideally the usurper. Because this won't end until he helps bring about a moment of vulnerability. That sword, I believe, at the very least, wick away some of the overwhelming power he's accumulated over time. Much like it did to Klaus Kane during the battle that took place in Sonkili.
Simply nods.
Alright, well, I think that it would be best for Alexia here to go with Vulcan and me. We're gonna go sit in the orbit and consolidate our forces. We're gonna pull them back off every front that we have currently going on. The one's still loyal, at least. The rest are probably gonna get killed by Scarlet King, so it's whatever. It's whatever. It's only like, what, fucking 25% of the Red side, so, you know, it's not like we cared anyway. If you all wanna... Last I heard, your Lion Pride was still in orbit as well. What's left of it. I don't know when the invasion is going to start. I'm going to guess it's as soon as Scarlet King takes down the last of the trees, but... You know. Whatever. So I don't know what you guys plan to do, but I would be on standby rather quickly, because the minute the invasion starts, you all got to be there, because you're probably going on the first landing group. I'm going to be so for real with you all.
You think we didn't know this? Come on, what do
No.
you take us for?
Just to cement that thought in your head.
Like we haven't done that every other time.
No, right.
Nothing like
Yes,
this.
that's why. I mean, that's why I had the great idea of who wants to be the broom that sweeps me off my feet. We might die tomorrow, just saying.
I think Spectre will be gladly take you to his room.
Is that right?
Oh no, if you die to these things, they're probably gonna shatter your soul or send it to their god, so there's no way you're going back to my afterlife. And even if you did, I would
That's
deny
not
you
what
access.
we meant, Spectre. That is not what we meant. I meant tonight.
I would say go to hell, but I really don't want you there.
Yeah, well, I'll find someone.
Hey, Spectre, if we win, are we gonna party?
You kill the Scarlet King and Sanguinius, then sure.
That works for me.
You know, it's a fantastic type of party.
Alright, Empress, let's go this way.
Uh-oh.
These people. As they open a portal.
See ya, Alexia.
Come on, we're not all bad.
Just most. That's... he goes through.
You know what? I
He's
greatly
right. I'm
apologize.
terrible.
No, you're not. You're fantastic, Poliarchi. You're my favorite.
You're such a wonderful boy. Don't you dare make them. Don't you dare let them make you think you're not. There we go. Sorry,
Yes,
my brain
You're
broke.
fantastic. Don't let anyone tell you that. Whoa.
No, you are the bestest rear boy there ever was, Pagliacci.
There, you really are.
Yeah,
Puts a hand on his
honestly, you're
shoulder.
my brother. Like, why would you say that about yourself?
See,
Because
you
I'm
don't wanna
going to
talk
do
about it.
terrible things to Sanguinius when we finally get to catch up with him.
Okay,
And that's
me
what makes it
too.
fantastic.
But that's a good thing.
That's great.
Are we
That's
all
not
gonna get a
bad,
piece? That's the real
Pagliacci.
question.
That's
Is it?
called conviction, just like Dad taught us.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, gumption, conviction. Very good.
What have I done? He just drops his hand into his hand as he shakes his head.
Oh, come on, Silas. You've done such a good job with him. Look at him.
Sasha goes to hug Pagliacci. What do you mean, Dad? You did a great job.
Yeah, Dad, you did great.
You call him
Huh?
Dad.
Oh, sorry, I meant to
Huh?
say Daddy.
That's worse, honestly. Please don't ever say that again.
All right, forgive me, everyone. I've been off today. Perhaps some of you could turn me on.
I'm done. I'm so done.
You're telling me you haven't been on?
Bro, it's getting too late for this shit, man. I gotta eat.
As
Getting wild in
you
here.
all sit in the hall of the city of Ravenloft, deciding on what the next move is, as you have to be on standby for when the invasion starts, because you're the first group on the ground. I would spend the next week or two looking at the Pantheon map and figuring out where you want to land and what your plan is once you do. That's where we're going to end the session.
All right,
Good
but
session,
seriously,
guys.
guys, like out of session, like now that we're done, that man was definitely wearing a dress.
He definitely was wearing a dress.
Definitely.
He doesn't want you to see his little imprint.
His little imprint.
God forbid he wears jeans to hide it. The most divine set of denim.
I don't know, bro. Was serving up hips in that dress.
You looked? You saw?
You
He came, he saw,
You
he's
didn't?
going to conquer.
got a 2-page essay on it?